All right, all right. We are back for another nightly read. I am Malika Stubbs, the Catalyst Coach, here with you each and every night during the month of March for Women's History Month because she's making history. Yes, I have a new book. See the new book, Rebirth. It is here. I want to celebrate this great accomplishment. I want to also tell you guys to go right now to Amazon using that link right there on the ticker to pre order your copy today, like right now, like yesterday. Go and pre order your copy of Rebirth if you have not done so already. So every night I have challenged myself to come in to the room. Come on into the room, y'all. And read to you guys a little snippet and put some things into context regarding my new book, baby, Rebirth, right? Rebirth is the new book, 10 transformative techniques to help you thrive through turbulence. Okay. And I will not go a night without reminding you guys of my first book, Remission. I'm going to be doing a special with Remission, so stay tuned for that. But you can find this book already. It is already available on Amazon. So go out, grab your copy of Remission today. But tonight and this month of March for Women's History Month is all about rebirth. So I am not going to hold you. I'm going to get started and do a quick read for tonight. It is going to be from the introduction. I'm going to stay in the introduction and read a little bit from the section on coaching for capacity. As a transformational coach, I am often asked, like, what does that mean? And one of the things that I focus on and my coaching strategies are built around is the 3 B's. I want you to remember this: 3 B's. Being who you are as a human being, right? How do you show up as a person? Your beliefs is the second B. The beliefs, the belief systems that you have, you may have adopted those from your friends and family, mainly family and then friends, those influences. Um, and those beliefs are often attached to deep core values. So that's the second B. And the third B is a byproduct, really. It happens as a result of the first 2 B's, which is your behavior. How are you acting those things out? How are you behaving based on your beliefs and your being, your state of being in that moment? Right. So I often coach around those 3 B's, right? And building capacity in those areas. So, this section on coaching for capacity, try to say that really fast. The section on coaching for capacity, I wanted to add that to the introduction to give you context into what it really is about. Like, if you want to do transformative work, you have to really think about, how can I build my capacity? I have a certain container right now, right? I am at a certain level, but I know I can be stretched. I know I can grow. This is about growth mindset, not fixed mindset. So I want to share some tips around coaching for capacity in my new book, Rebirth. And I'm going to read a little bit of that to you tonight about how do we do just that. So, without further ado, page 14 in my copy. If you have the hard copy, the paperback, it is page 14. So if you're watching this on the playback, once you pre-order your copy, remember, use that link in the ticker to go pre-order your copy. Now, the release for this book is March 29th. Act 2 will be released March 29th. And we're not just talking about Beyonce's Act 2. We talking about Malika's Act 2 as well. Because I've been in formation. I had no idea that album was going to drop, but I stay ready so I don't have to get ready. Let me get to the book. All right. Coaching for capacity. Coaching for capacity. What does this mean? I want to get into it. Coaching for capacity is an extensive process that focuses on improving your skills and helps you instill a positive philosophy and a way of life. Remember, I talked about that being. Remember, I talked about growth mindset, right? So you have to be at the core of you a positive person, having that philosophy of I can always grow and change. This too shall pass, so that your container, your capacity can be stretched. Let me keep going. It involves harnessing your inner strength, nurturing your potential, and expanding on your abilities. I just talked about your container, right? How can we grow and expand our current state? It is possible. Really thinking about nurturing your potential. I often say, unlock your potential. It's something within each and every one of us. We have the ability to grow, evolve, expand, get bigger, right? Let me keep going. By working with a coach like me, specifically a transformational coach, right? This work requires transformation. When you are going through a transformational model, you are not going to come out the same. That's why in my new book, reBIRTH, you become something new. It's a rebirth. You shed the old, and there is something new that comes out on the other end using these 10 transformative techniques. By working with the coach, you can discover untapped potential. You can discover untapped reservoirs of resilience, of strength to help you thrive through the turbulence. The title of the book, right there in the subtitle. Let me go back. By working with the coach, you can discover untapped reservoirs of resilience within you that can help you overcome any challenge that comes your way. Thrive through turbulence, right? So if you're ever on a plane and you hit those bumpy spots when you're in the air, and you can see sometimes some people still go to the bathroom. You may have the flight attendants still serving cocktails or snacks, and they're just riding out the turbulence like nothing is going on, thriving through turbulence, still doing whatever job that needs to be done. Everyone handles problems differently, and various struggles necessitate different tactics, right? So you may have one struggle today that you used a certain tactic with, or strategy, technique, but it may come a time where that strategy doesn't work anymore. And you need to figure out how to attack this issue or struggle using a different tactic. Are you following me? Are y'all following me? Put something in the chat if you follow me. Just type, I'm following you, Malika, because I'm getting excited. Like, I'm in this. This is day 2 of the nightly read. Okay. We're here every day during the month of March for Women's History, because your girl is making history. But I need y'all to do me a favor. I need you to go to this link right here on the ticker and go pre-order my new book. Go pre-order reBIRTH right now, right? So I'm giving the game away. Right now, you just getting little snippets about how you too can transform your life using the techniques in this book. But I'm only giving snippets. Every night I'm giving snippets from different sections. The book is 165 pages. Not a long book, but it's no way I'm going to be able to cover all of this content during a 15-minute call, a 20-minute call, or even a 10-minute read online. So stay tuned because there's more, right? There's always more. There's something else that you can do, right? Besides just listening. This is just the start, just the tip of the iceberg. But we know when we think about an iceberg, things get really deep. So know that Malika's going to get real deep with y'all every night during the month of March. I'm coming and I'm going to do a nightly read with my new book, 10 transformative techniques to help you thrive through turbulence. Because guess who did it? I did. I've been through everything that I wrote about. I'm even gonna share some of that. Peeling it off, shedding those layers, being really vulnerable and transparent. I have nothing to hide. I'm giving you all of me. Let me get back to the reading, okay? Because that's why we're here. Let's read. So let me find my spot. Talking about different tactics. When we come face to face with a different giant, we may have to pull out a different tool from our tool belt. Here we go. However, there are certain common strategies for motivating yourself to overcome obstacles. They assist in putting things into perspective and illuminating the end of the tunnel. We can see the light after the tunnel, at the end of the tunnel. I'm sorry. We can see that there will be light at the end of the tunnel. So, what does that mean? There is victory at the end of this test, right? This too shall pass. Trouble don't last always. You know, all of that, all of the hymns. Life is difficult for everyone, even me. Like I still go through. Life is difficult for everyone, regardless of their popularity, their money, or their abilities. Don't let these people fool you. They still go through. But it's how can we go through thriving? Because they got techniques, they have strategies, they have a coach. Most of these people have a coach. Okay. I'm just telling you, I'm gonna tell you because I work with I work with some heavy hitters. But you have control over how you respond to each challenge. So we can't control the challenges. That's outside of our sphere of control. Sphere of influence. It's gonna happen. Life gonna keep happening. But we can control everything about our response. And usually that is 90% of what the rest of our life is going to be. Right? That kind of takes us on one path or another. Personal progress and peace of mind result from dealing with problems in a healthy, constructive way. So I'm not this 10 transformative techniques. Just know we deal with our problems, we face them head on in a healthy and constructive way. There's an information sheet in the book, so you're going to have to buy the book that outlines 4 healthy, effective ways to deal with life challenges. And we just in the introduction, y'all. We just in the introduction. How to reduce overthinking. If you ever dealt with anxiety or had an anxiety attack, or maybe you don't even realize that overthinking is you being anxious, it's called anxiety. Focusing on your strength, how to get very clear about your gift, prioritizing self-care. How do you restore your battery? How do you fill your tank? How do you recharge? Finding meaning in your experiences. Yes, we all go through turbulence. Life be happening. But how do we find meaning in that? How do we find meaning in that? You know, I've been through some things. I'm very transparent about it in rebirth. I'm sorry, in remission. I'm also transparent about it in rebirth. So remission, I just I just let it all out because I realized my experiences were my best teacher. And that actually caused me to have certain abilities, not disabilities. I knew how to finesse and navigate challenges because I had been through some things. That's why I wrote this book. I put it all together in this book, but not just the challenges. I put the techniques in here for how to overcome, how to thrive, not just overcome. But we know resilience is about how can we bounce back from those struggles, from those tough times. Not everybody have good bounce back skills, not healthy ones, right? So I'm gonna stop there because baby, I've been on here for 16 minutes already. It just starts to just pour out of me when I get started. And I always say I'm gonna just do 15 minutes. But I need y'all to go right now. Go order your copy using the link on the ticker. The books will be out March 29th. Be the first one to get your copy. Remember, I'm only going through highlights. That wasn't even a full page. We just talked about this part, half a page in 15 minutes. That's how much substance I put in this book. It's so important to me to give this back to everybody. I want to see everybody thriving, right? I want to see everybody thriving because we're always going to have challenges. We're always going to have challenges, but how do we respond? That's in our control. That's in our control. That's in our control. So I need everybody to go pre-order my new book, reBIRTH, coming out March 29th. Act 2 will be coming soon. I just can't even believe spring is upon us. This is a great time of the year to rethink the goals that you set at the beginning of the year, to see if you are on that path of alignment, even if you've gotten off the path and you need to figure out how to get back on the path. Reach out to me. Reach out to malikastubbs.com. That is my website. Start today working with the coach. Remember, building your capacity is something that's possible. It is not impossible to change, to have this transformation, to have the rebirth that you deserve. Let's talk about that. You deserve that. You deserve to thrive, not just survive, not just to live. You deserve to thrive. Start today by pre-ordering my book, reBIRTH 10 Transformative Techniques to Thrive Through Turbulence. I'll be here every night during the month of March, God willing, reading just a little bit to you so that you can see every piece of this I poured my heart into, every experience. It comes from an actual happening, an actual event, right? It was inspired by this empowerment, this movement from the Renaissance tour last year. I just said, this feeling of goodness, I want to keep this. I want to bottle this up. How can I share this with everyone? This Black joy experiment that Beyonce did, because it made a difference. We should always want to tap into that reservoir, that resilience reservoir. Reclaim your strength. This is a revolution, right? We need to reclaim it. We have everything we need within us. It's time to unlock your potential today. If you are looking for a coach, wanting to learn or know more about what it is that I do, again, go to malikastubbs.com. My name is there, the correct spelling. Go to malikastubbs.com. But more importantly, go get you a copy of this book. Pre-order your book today. All right. And like always, peace, love, and light. And I'll see you guys on the other side. Good night.